Red Bull racing with its dominant RB20 car might be aiming to continue its dominance, but situations behind the scenes seem a bit grim. Christian Horner, who was recently accused of sexual harassment of a female employee, has an ongoing investigation whose results are soon to be declared. While many are assuming that Horner will walk out of this without any consequences, rumors in the paddock are that the higher management in the team wants Horner out of the team, and that might be happening in upcoming days. So stick around till the end and I will tell you what exactly is going on behind closed doors. Earlier in February, Horner found himself under investigation by Red Bull GmbH, the Austrian parent company of his F1 team, after a female co-worker accused him of inappropriate behavior towards her. Following this accusation, the higher-ups at the Red Bull parent company launched an investigation into this matter. An external firm was appointed to lead this investigation, and they even interrogated Horner regarding these allegations on February 9th. When the news of these dire accusations came out, everyone in the F1 world thought that we might be not seeing Horner at the car launch, but to everyone's surprise, Christian was present at the launch and denied all the allegations that were made against him. Following the launch, there were again rumors circulating about whether Horner will be present at the preseason testing in Bahrain, and as usual, Horner was leading the team during their testing period. Now, after all this drama and the investigation that was still underway, many were speculating as to what could unfold in the Red Bull garage at the first race in Bahrain this week. Could we see Horner sacked from the team and replaced by another interim team principal? Or will the team side with him and Red Bull will continue their dominance? It all depends on the report of the investigation that is said to be released in upcoming days. The very long report, believed to be over 100 pages, has now been given to the Red Bull GmbH Board of Directors. They will make the final decision on whether Horner keeps his two jobs as team principal and CEO. It was understood and said on Monday that a decision would likely be announced on either Tuesday or Wednesday. However, by Tuesday afternoon, it was clear that no clear solution will be announced on these given 2 days, and it will take a bit longer to come with a stern decision. Even though Horner denied all the allegations, the Dutch publication De Telegraaf has stated that they have received the messages that were exchanged between the female employee and Christian Horner, and deemed them to be of sexual nature and have been sent over a prolonged period of time. It is also claimed that lawyers from Horner's side have tried to reach a settlement with that so-called employee and offered to pay her over $800,000 to push this whole matter under the rug. As part of Red Bull's formal media events, Horner stays in his positions as Red Bull Racing CEO and team principal. While the investigation commanded by Red Bull's parent firm is underway, he was the focal point at Red Bull's 2024 F1 vehicle debut, and he keeps on being the group's figurehead at testing too. During the launch, Horner dismissed inquiries from the press about the continuous interaction, while thanking his organization for their support and stressing that operations remain unchanged at Red Bull Racing. As the investigation continues, Horner only faced 2 particular follow-up questions on the issue during the Bahrain press conference, both of which he evaded with responses like, "I cannot comment on this." However, Horner's replies to the 2 questions, though framed differently, carried distinct tones. Horner and McLaren Racing CEO Zak Brown were asked the first question, which requested Brown to comment on how the situation involving Horner has been managed, the amount of time the process is taking, the fact that Horner is still in his position, and what this says about McLaren's attitude towards gender equality. The second part of the question was directed at Horner, asking that while he stated things were business as usual at Red Bull, it's not actually business as usual when the CEO faces accusations of improper conduct. Brown responded first by characterizing the accusations as extremely serious. He stressed that there is an assumption and hope that the Red Bull inquiry will be handled with full transparency. Brown added that this matter is generating news headlines. Formula One does not want or need this type of coverage. After that, Toto Wolff pressed for a swift settlement to the entire affair, just to stab his old adversary in the back once more. However, no one beyond Red Bull has seen any evidence or even knows the specifics of the accusations at the team principal, despite all of this. As the Bahrain Grand Prix weekend, which marks the start of the season, begins this Thursday, there have been calls across Formula One for the investigation into Red Bull to conclude before the cars start racing. Red Bull, the parent company of the Red Bull Racing Formula One team, is facing growing demands to settle their inquiry. Ford Motor Company, Red Bull's future engine partner for Red Bull Ford powertrains beginning in 2026, has criticized Red Bull over a lack of transparency regarding the investigation. Ford is unhappy with how the investigation is being conducted, and with Red Bull's failure to respond to their request for more information on February 14th. Ford CEO Jim Farley says that Ford is getting increasingly frustrated by the lack of resolution or clear indication from Red Bull Racing about when you anticipate a fair and just resolution of this matter. As we have indicated previously, without satisfactory response, Ford's values are non-negotiable. It is imperative that our racing partners share and demonstrate a genuine commitment to those same values. My team and I are available at any time to discuss this matter. We remain insistent on and hopeful for a resolution we can all stand behind. We are likewise frustrated by the lack of full transparency surrounding this matter with us, your corporate partners, and look forward to receiving a complete account of all findings. As of 27th of February, the compiled report has been sent to the board of directors and is being discussed at the Red Bull's headquarters in Austria. This means that Christian Horner will likely be present at the Bahrain Grand Prix as the team principal, because any decision will not be reached by that time. But beyond that, Horner's future still remains uncertain within the team. Now, the main factor that influences the outcome is the ownership of the racing time. The company is split into two parts, with 51% of it being owned by the Thai billionaires and the rest of it being owned by Mark Mateschitz, who is the son of the late group founder Dietrich Mateschitz. Oliver Mintzlaff, who also is the part of the management from the side of Mark Mateschitz, is said to be crucial for this decision-making. Now it is clear from behind-the-scenes drama that Mark and Oliver don't want Christian Horner at the team and wants him to be replaced by someone who is more aligned with Mark Mateschitz and his team. Horner has been leading this team since its inception and has been given a lot of freedom on how to run this team. But now the higher-ups are getting a bit tired of Horner's shenanigans. On the other hand, Chalerm Uvidya, the Thai billionaire who owns the majority of this team, is in favor of Horner and wants to continue with his leadership. This is what keeps Horner at his place, as Chalerm owns 51% stake in the team. He has the final say regarding who will be the team principal for Red Bull Racing, which is likely to be Christian Horner for the upcoming period. Now, as we await the decision being made by the board of directors, it is likely to be in favor of the current team principal. With the dominant RB20 looking undefeatable and its key personnel such as Horner, Newey, and Marco at the helm of the team, it is likely that we will be seeing another dominant season from this Austrian outfit. So what do you think? Are the allegations against Horner true? And if so, what will be the decisions of the higher management at Red Bull will be? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below, and make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon to never miss another upload from us.